Alright, so good morning everyone, welcome back to ChippysCouch. Today we have returned for some more Thorium mod, and today is a very exciting episode because we're going to be taking on the Queen Jellyfish, which is Thorium's second modded boss. Yeah, that's right, I'm the master at intros. Don't even deny it, right? If Guinness World Records want to send me a plaque for the best intros around, I'll accept it. I know English. Yeah, that's me. Welcome to ChippysCouch, the channel that really knows English. I'm so glad you're here. Do you speak English? No? Well, don't worry. I'll teach you. Welcome back. Yeah, we're doing Queen Jellyfish today, which is very exciting. Because I really like the Queen Jellyfish. I think it's a good sprite. It reminds me a lot of Thorium itself. It's a bit of a bop, right? The music track as well. So, I took a little look in here, because the one thing I like about Magic Storage, well, I say one, there's plenty of things, alright? The second thing, see, I know how to say it. The second thing I like about Magic Storage is you can categorize based on different things, like, oh, I want to craft armor, like, what armor have I missed? Oh, silk leggings, for example, right? So I took a little look at weapons, and there's a new weapon called the Pan Flute, which I did not make. So it's a jungle weapon. Here it is, 21 symphonic damage. Very nice. Now this actually leads into today's episode because we did say that we were going to build some houses in the jungle because, as we can all agree, it is time to start expanding outwards because right now we do not have enough NPC houses, and the thing with modded is there's loads of houses. It's just so many. I'll take these grey bricks. We're good. We're off to the jungle. Let's have a little look at our pan flute. I put a bunch of the weapons away because I've noticed I'm not swapping between them as much as I probably should. Which, I mean, is like counterintuitive. It's like, oh, well, you know, I'm not using them very well, so I'm just going to put them away instead of practicing. But, yeah, I just thought I'll put them away. So what is the deal with this? Releases a warping wave of sound. Interesting. And this is it. That's a little warping wave of sound. It's pretty good. If you hit it right, it's pretty precise. Oh, look at that. It's not bad, is it? There was a negative comment about Bard yesterday as a whole, all right? And I kind of get it now that somebody said it, but I don't want to change. Somebody said that Bard is kind of like bad mage because it's kind of like being a mage, but your inspiration runs out quicker. But I don't know. It seems a little negative, but I get it though. I do get it, but I still like it. That's the takeaway here. But I respect the opinion. So it's Wednesday today. It's nice. Nice little middle of the week. Yeah. Not too much going on today. Not too much going on for the rest of the week, really. Just going to be my normal, you know, it's my normal days. And then the weekend, I'm quite excited. All right. I've got a meal booked. And then not only that, I also have another meal booked. Yeah, that's right. We eating big. Which is always like, not gonna lie, it's my favorite thing, right? To have a meal booked because, oh my god, am I bored of cooking at this age? I've done it too much. There's only so many meals you can make. And I feel like I've reached that point about 5 years ago. So yeah, just knowing that if I get through the week, I don't have to cook anymore. Oh, it's the best. Right, so yeah, first things first, we're doing jungle houses. Then we'll go set up a nice little arena in the ocean biome. Then we need to gather the stuff for I think it's called the Jellyfish Resonator. We took a little look at it yesterday. We're going to make that. And then it's Queen Jellyfish time. So legitimately, very strong potential and a good episode today. Also, Chicken Run 2. You know, once again, just got to get it in the algorithm. So far, my calls have been unnoticed. And I know why. All right, I've got to take this to the next step. And I don't know when's the best time to do it. We need to reach out to Aardman Productions, okay? I need to get a manager. I need to get a rep. I need to get somebody at Netflix in the back pocket. I need to start, you know, branching out, communicating. What's that word that people use in media? Networking. I need to get networking, everyone. Yeah, that's it. I've got to go to fancy shindigs. I've got to be where the people are at. You know, I can't be here where there's no people. You know, I've got to be in the room with the people that make it run, you know? It's all very simple, and that's my plan. You know what? These houses are going to be pretty basic, but they'll do the job. I've come to find that with pylons. As time's gone on, when they first came out, I was a little more interested in making a beautiful jungle home. Now, not so much. And it's a side effect of playing Terraria, but I think it's also a side effect of just not a master builder. I mean, I did claim multiple episodes ago that I was. That I backpacked and I met the master of blocks. All a lie. It was all British sarcasm. And if you didn't pick up on it, you're American. So yeah, I'll build these out here. It won't look too bad. It's mahogany at the end of the day. At least I'm using the appropriate block. But it's also the most convenient block, so I don't know if I can get credit for that. Alright, so houses are done. So that's all set up now. Now, I imagine we probably won't get the right NPCs moving in. We'll probably just get, like, a bunch of random ones. Daryl the arms dealer, that's not too bad, because we probably might need an arms dealer. I don't know. But usually when you play modded, it'd be like, instead of the arms dealer, it's Cliff, the plant collector. But he only collects decorative plants. And then it'll be like, oh, this is Jeff. He's the block selector. But he's only got blocks from 2 biomes. What I'm trying to get at here is most modded NPCs are kind of useless. But it is nice to have more people inhabit the world of Terraria. So I don't actually disapprove that much. Okay, so let's head back home. Now, to answer a very common question I get all the time. This happens with every Let's Play. Why do I use recall potions and also have an ice mirror? It's because recall potions are faster than the ice mirror, but the thing is, the ice mirror is good for just having something permanent. So when the recall run out, we use the ice mirror. Also, I've just realized I still have green solution in my inventory. So here's the thing. Once again, for anybody who doesn't know, I have a thumbnail world. This is how I make thumbnails. And yesterday, I converted the grass in the thumbnail world to corruption for the thumbnail, then went on to Builder's Workshop, got green solution to convert it back, and that is why I have green solution, okay? just to be fully transparent with all of you. Because you might be wondering, I don't remember Thorium giving green solution. Listen, this is why. Just double checking if anything is new. Enemies you hit take 50% more damage from poison and venom damage over time. This, combined with the new Blade of Grass, would be very deadly. Would be very deadly indeed. That is cool. Okay, right. So the houses are done. Let's move on then to the ocean biome. And now I'm kind of wondering, do we go set up houses in the ocean? For a little bit of palm wood and all that? Because then we can teleport back when we eventually get a pylon. I think that's probably the way forward. Let me get all this back out again. So one thing that we have yet to do is still the goblin army. But we have done everything required, I believe, to have a goblin army spawn in. Now, typically, when I play Terraria, I don't usually hunt out the goblin army. I'm like, if it happens, it happens. And more often than not, it just tends to happen, right? Because you do have those enemies at the very end of the world that will send you, well, will drop the craftable materials for the goblin battle standard. But I don't know who really ever bothers with that. Not unless you're playing some kind of mad challenge where it's absolutely essential that you do the goblin army at the right time. But here's the thing, right? If I die to the Queen Jellyfish, you know full well I'm going to be like, well, if I'd tinkered some accessories, we could have got further. But I don't know, it just feels weird to kind of linger around and wait on natural events in Terraria. Terraria's got a lot of waiting already, and I don't know if I want to add to that. Terraria very much is a waiting game, or it's a game of like, I can't get this thing, so I will farm for 3 hours to get this thing. And 3 hours goes by and you're like, wow, this is how I ended up with 4,000 hours in Terraria. It's all just farming for the Rod of Discord. So someone asked if I would break the blue thing in the graveyard biome, but I'll be real with you. I kind of think that it's probably a trap. I'll give it a go. We'll see how it goes. It's a Spirit's Grace. Equipable. Don't let it get you down. You respawn. Your respawns happen 33% faster and give 15% more health. Your respawn also grants increased invulnerability time and movement speed. Wow. So you lot weren't trolling. That was a very good test of character, actually. And I'm very glad I believed you. Although I did think you were trolling. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. We don't actually have a particular use for it right now. It's definitely something that would be the bomb.com in multiplayer, though. Because if you haven't already, and you haven't witnessed the pain, when you try and respawn in multiplayer Terraria, it takes forever and a day. It might actually be one of the worst things going. But it makes sense. They're trying to balance out the game by making sure that you don't respawn and join in the fight. It just takes an eternity, though. If you're playing Master Mode and you've got, like, 4 people, it just feels like you're just never going to respawn. Oh. Kill that. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah. So we're going to build a second set of houses. And honestly, pylons, I love them. I actually do. I think it's one of the greatest additions they ever made in Terraria 1.4. Because I just love actually having reasons to build in other parts of the world and also be able to teleport. It's so good. Okay, so the houses are done. Another little, like, check on the checklist. That's complete. So now, all we do is we gather some stuff for the fight. And then, when it's the right time, we'll give it a go. So it's just made out of, like, basic ocean things. Like coral and seashells and all that. So let's gather up as much of that as possible. We do also need to make some kind of arena. Gosh, it's very dark. I very clearly put the thingy under in the magic storage. Glow sticks. Glow sticks are in the magic storage. There we go. I got it out. Don't worry about me, everyone. I can once again, I can talk English, and this is an English channel, and I know English very well, and it's my native language, and it's the best. Okay. So the resonator is made of a starfish, a seashell, and 4 coral. We've got 5 coral, we've got starfishes, and we've got seashells. So yeah, we got plenty. I guess I'll start working on an arena now. Because we can always end up using part of it for, actually no, never mind. I was going to say we could use part of it for Jukefish Run in the future. But I would swap it out for asphalt. Which has become the trendiest topic around in the Terraria community recently. What can we combine with asphalt? This has been the big question on r/Terraria. You know, it began with a boulder. It began with the Moonlord. You know, there's infinite possibility. Can you combine bunnies with asphalt? What about the Eye of Cthulhu? What would that look like? And when will Red meet the demands of r/Terraria and start implementing these ideas? Because if you ask me, these are the biggest brain ideas I've ever seen. And once again, r/Terraria has hit very big. Okay? Alright, so the arena is complete. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to go back home. We're going to make the summon. And then I'm probably going to sleep until it's a clear day. Because although the rain is very aesthetic, I don't want rain during my boss fight. I want it to be nice and bright. And I don't know. It is, once again, and I said this the other day, there's something about sunlight in Terraria. Maybe it's because it's like winter here in England, and it's just dark all the time, kind of miserable. I like seeing a little bit of sunlight in my boss fights, especially this one, because this is such a bright and colourful fight that we're about to do. You know, it's one you actually want to be able to see. And once again, always conscious of those watching on mobile. With your teeny tiny screens, what are you doing, okay? Are you watching on mobile right now? What is this? Why am I so small? What are you doing? You actually, what's happening here? Where am I placed? Are you holding the phone in your hand? Is it on the kitchen side? Like, what's going on? Okay, I want to know. Don't know where I'm going with any of this. Okay, so that's the boss summon. So how come I couldn't make 2? Oh, it's because I didn't have enough coral. Okay. Okay, right. Let's wait until the thingy's over. Knowing my luck, I'm going to go to sleep, wait for a brand new day, and a goblin army's going to spawn. Alright, so it's nice and bright. That didn't take long. It's not a brand new day. It's been like a couple of minutes in Terraria. So, actually, wait a second. We got to make some potions here. I don't want to go rushing in like I'm going to win this thing. Because I'm probably not. Okay, so let's see then. Let's make regen and iron skin and all that good stuff. So I did see that while we were sleeping, the alchemist moved in, which is really good. It just helps, right? I'm going to take that now so I can run there quicker. So from now on, we should be able to like buy supplies for potions rather than having to make them. Which, when it comes to modded Terraria, is my absolute favourite thing. Ooh, look at that. Tavern Keeper as well. Hello. Doesn't sell anything exclusive. That's all right. Now, I want to know, do you reckon we should do the Old One's army? Or do you want to skip it? I'll leave that up to you. Although, actually, now that I'm even saying it, I kind of want to skip it. I'll tell you why. It's because they made changes to it in 1.4.4, and we're playing 1.4.3. So I'm like, I don't want to do it. Oh, there was a really interesting thing I wanted to talk about, actually. I tweeted it, so you may have seen it on Twitter. But when Steam did a Steam recap, it really revealed how I play Terraria, or like why I play certain versions of Terraria. So for those that don't know, Steam sent out an email where you could click on a link and it would tell you how much of a game you played and how much you played in like various months or whatever. And it's really funny because it shows mine, where I went from playing vanilla Terraria a lot all the way up until the end of February, and then I moved over and stopped playing vanilla Terraria until September when 1.4.4 came out. And the reason for that really was the spoilers for 1.4.4 were so good, I couldn't stand playing the older version. Because all of the quality of life stuff they were talking about, that's all the stuff I wanted fixed in Terraria. So I just didn't want to play it. Like, you all know me. I don't like farming the pillars, for example. Well, now, in the new update, that's no longer an issue, right? But when I knew that they were going to fix it, or there was some changes, blah, 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 that might have happened to it, I don't know. That's what I didn't know about. But as it continued on, I just thought, no, I can't play vanilla Terraria. So I went to modded and just played modded for the rest of the year. I don't know. I found that kind of funny and very revealing. Very, very revealing. All right, so let's give it a go. Let's buff up. Let's spawn it in, and we shall begin. Here's the thing. Oh, nice sprite. Very nice sprite. I'm digging that. It's a little bit different from when I last saw it. The jellyfish itself is the same, but it's got a fancy new crown. Now, please tell me I have not broken this fight with a platform, because I feel really bad about that. There's no way. There's no way. I think that it's gonna alter or change. I'm trying to remember this fight. Does it have like a first wave and then it gets serious? Because I could totally see that. The music is good as well. I feel like the music might have been changed, actually. That's one for me to Google later. This definitely isn't the real fight. It's not. I remember there was orbs that it sends bubbles at you that bounce you around that make minecart noises, and there was other stuff to it. But if it is broken by this platform, that needs to be fixed, because that's not good. It shouldn't be this easy. You know what I mean? Because it's not meant to normally be an easy fight, I don't think. But it is why I think that it's probably been reworked, or I don't know. I'm a little gutted. I feel like I'm being quite negative or harsh on this fight, but if this is the case throughout the whole fight, and it doesn't so happen that I'm just really weak with my bard weapons, which I clearly am. I'm clearly doing pretty bad. If this is the fight, I feel like it's due a little bit of a rework. Because I can't fully remember the old fight, but it was better. All right, here we go. Here's the bubbles. So the way the bubbles work is they send you up in the air, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to test the theory, but yeah, they need to disable this platform thing. I'm going to fight it up here for a bit longer and see if I can actually survive. I'll do some, like, ups and downs. It reminds me of, I think it is Eater of Souls. Eater of Souls get completely butchered by platforms. They just can't go through them. And if you know that, you can really, like, use it to your advantage at some points. So health's doing fine. Fight's doing fine. The music is really good, though. The music's definitely been changed. That I am convinced on. I don't feel like I'm over-prepared either. Okay, so what's that? Whoa! Oh, no, 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 no. What is that? Thorium. Come on now. I'm not quite sure about that one. Basically an insta-kill attack that comes out of nowhere. I mean, if I'd have known it was coming, you know, it wouldn't have been so bad. Ooh, I feel bad. I feel bad. This isn't what I wanted, but that's fine. It's fine. It's all right. I'm going to buy one of these. I've been wanting one of these. A DPS meter. I'm also going to take a little look at my other weapons, because I feel like I've maybe put away some ones I could be using. Like the Ocarina, for example, might have been a really good one for this. So I'm going to pull that out the bag as well. So I've got my ocean pylons set up. We have new boss summons. Let's give this a second go and see if we do all right. I don't know, honestly, what to think of the fight. It's a hard one, because I think I'm just so used to what I've already seen. I do feel like if you were to get rid of it being blocked by platforms, I do think it'd be overall a better fight. So, yeah, I think that would be like a very simple fix as well. But then again, I don't know if I'm gatekeeping a little bit by wanting it to be harder. Because here's the thing, I'm not the best Terraria player. We all know this. Never will claim to be. I mean, you lot have seen me play. I'm clearly not that good, right? I've done a few Terraria challenges in my time, but I'm not the best. Anyway, but I guess you want to make the mod accessible to everyone, right? So I don't know if I'm just like, oh, every mod needs to be hard. I feel like this is a good talking point. So let me know where you stand on this boss in the comments down below. Do you think that it's fine as it is, or would you change it? I'm curious, and don't let me sway you, because I'm not actually that bothered. I'm not going to be upset if they don't. But this ocarina is pretty good at getting rid of some of the minions, isn't it? I love the little balloon ones though. The balloon ones are so cute. So we're just going to remember that at a certain point, it is going to scatter about a bit. Sorry, it's going to summon a little tornado. So as long as we're aware of it, we can't get mad if it happens again. I just got to kind of look out for the signs. Now, I'm going to assume it was at a certain health level that happened. So I'm just going to try and keep an eye out for it in that sense. Just let the inspiration regen. I get the point, though, where somebody said it is like Mage. It is kind of like Mage. Okay, so we're getting bubbles now. Okay, so this is where I'm going to start getting a little bit more movie. The thing is, I think the fight is meant to be fought with more movement anyway, in the sense of, like, I don't have rocket boots or anything like that, or a shiny red balloon equipped. And I feel like if I had stuff like that, I'd probably be better at the fight anyway in this second half. But it is clear that it gets better over time. I almost wonder, though, if it should probably come out of the fight swinging a little bit. Like, I feel like that might be a little bit better. Okay, right. I'm getting really paranoid now that it's going to spawn in. I'm using the wrong weapon. I wanted to use that one. Yeah, I'm getting really paranoid about the tornado. I mean, I am dying. Like, I'm taking a lot of damage. So clearly, the second half is the hard part. I mean, look at that. I'm getting stumped. I didn't even get to the tornado bit. So yeah, maybe it's just a very slow start. All right, so let's try it again. This time, I'm going to try and focus a little bit more on swapping between weapons. Because, for example, the loot gives me 8 defense. I don't know which one this does, but I do feel like swapping between them is probably going to help. The slow inspirational regen, I think, is what's getting me the most. And I assume that there's probably a potion that we're going to be able to make in the future that's going to help with that. And then probably, like, further upgrades, right? This all reminds me so much of the stamina wheel, though, in Breath of the Wild. That's all I can think about whenever I'm playing this class now. So I'm going to... yeah, I'm going to try and focus as much as I can on saving as much health in this first half as possible, rather than being a little bit, like, rushy with the fight. Because I don't think that's going to be best. Because as we've learned, it hits hard in the second half. So if we go in with, like, potions stacked and all that ready, should be all right. It's a bit of a shame, though, because my Fabergé eggs sat up there not being collected, and they would be good. Also, I did a quick DPS test, and apparently this is our best DPS, this weapon here. So, yeah, it's probably the best one, right? We're getting hit a bit more. Let's go to the pan flute. Let's do a little bit of ocarina. Why not? It feels weird because I've kind of got to, like, slow down just to get my inspiration regened, and it just feels odd to do. Okay, so the bubbles are coming out now. Got to be careful of the bubbles. We're taking it slow, and I'm not going to rush up there for the Fabergé eggs, because I think that was also my downfall in the last fight. Look at me, though, being like, oh, it's too easy. Doesn't go through platforms. And now, here I am, solely reliant on the platforms to kind of get me by. So that's the bubble attack, by the way. So cool. So cool. I really like that. It's kind of, it's different these days because you get the, oh, no. Let me get away. Oh, I kind of hate it. Kind of hate that attack a little bit. Maybe the Shield of Cthulhu would be the trick for that. Right, so I think for today, I'm all bossed out, but I have high ambitions about tomorrow, because I think what we will do is we will linger around for the goblin army. All right, forget my speech earlier, because I want to make some upgrades so that we're doing the fight better. Because I have a feeling that my damage was quite weak, or just like my movement in general was just like a little bit off. So we'll do the goblin army tomorrow, and then we'll get stocked up again for a refight, which should be fun. I'm also wondering as well, we got Demonite and Shadow Scales in the last episode. Is there maybe more things I could be making for my class that I haven't yet made? Because there probably is, right? Right, so that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, see you tomorrow. Peace.